This is a pelican skull.
Does it
There's an
read your
interesting
palm?
story. What?
Does it read your palm or anything like that?
Pelican.
What do you think, man?
Wait. I can read palms.
Okay, go on.
Your palm.
Like this?
Yeah, like that. Yeah, you're gonna be bummed. Okay. Anyway, so this, I was in Florida. Okay, true story. I was in college, and my sister, who owned a timeshare somewhere, she called me up and she's like, "This place became available in Pompano Beach, Florida. $40 for the week. Do you want to go?" And I'm like, "What's the catch?" And she goes, "Nothing. It's just like it's available. It's $40 for the maid to clean the room afterwards, whatever. So if you want to stay there," I'm like, "Okay." So I called up my buddy T-Rex, and I'm like, "T-Rex, buddy, you want to go to Florida? $40." I'm making him pay for it. I'm making him pay for it. So he's like, "For how long?" I go, "For the week." And he goes, $40. And I go, "Yeah." And he goes,
You
"When?"
be like, you're right.
No, he's like,
100
"You gotta give me a few days to come up with $40."
Are you serious?
We're in college right now, right?
Oh, okay.
So he's like, "Okay, I'll split it with you. I'll split it with you. $20."
Context matters.
And I had a Honda Civic, so the thing's like probably $20 to get there in gas.
Yeah.
So we,
What?
I drove out to Lindsay, to Sir Sanford Fleming, whatever college. Anyways, picked him up, and we drove down to Florida. And we were trying to find this motel or hotel, whatever, for $40 for the week. It's got to be like really dingy, right?
Yeah.
So we kept driving by this like really posh, fancy place, and we can't find this address. So we finally stopped in, and we're like, "Where is this address? We can't seem to find it." We're like, "You're here." And we're like, "What?" T-Rex starts kicking the air. He's like, "Whoa!" He's like, thinking for $20, for the week, he's thinking this is going to be like a vintage place. Anyways, beautiful place right on the beach, a big awesome pool and everything. So we were out on the beach, like day number 2 or something, and we see this pelican, a dead pelican on the beach. And we're like, "Dude," because T-Rex was in the Fish and Wildlife course and stuff like that, so he learned how to dismember animals and clean off the bones so that we can make skeletons kind of thing.
Yeah.
And like taxidermy and stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm like, "We gotta come back tonight and grab this pelican skull, So all we had a knife was a butter knife, and if you ever tried to cut a pelican's head off with a butter knife, it was like an ordeal.
Try to cut anything with a butter knife.
Yeah, it was
It's not
terrible.
butter.
Anyway, so we cut off the pelican's head, and he's like, "First thing you gotta do is you gotta boil off the meat, and then he was gonna put it in some sort of a thing with beetles and stuff that would eat away the rest of the flesh. But first thing we had to do is boil off the meat. So we had a pot of water boiling, and we put this freaking pelican in there. To this day, I can still, the smell, because pelicans eat fish, dude, the smell was just horrendous.
So it smelled like fish?
We were like, we were, we couldn't.
Great idea.
We had to
wash it up.
Lucky it was like
11 into the hall.
11 o'clock at night,
Yeah.
and the doors opened up to the balconies outside.
Oh.
So we opened the doors, and lucky we did it late at night because people would have just complained like
They
crazy.
were probably still like.
We couldn't enter our room, or like our condo room, whatever. It was a condo. We couldn't enter it because of the smell. We were just outside, and every time we walked in, we'd have to hold our breath, otherwise we're like, "Oh!" It was just that nasty, and we couldn't.
Great idea.
We couldn't go get we're committed to this. We can't just like turn it off and be like, "We're done with this." No, we gotta like let this thing boil through because we're like. But yeah, so it was about 3 o'clock in the morning before we went to bed because we had to air out this joint. It was horrible.
So
but
this is it.
This is the end result, the fruit of our labors.
I hope it was worth it.
I
mean, you got a story out of it.
I got a story out of
Yeah.
it. That's about it.
Yeah.
But it was
So I guess the moral of the story is don't do that.
don't boil pelicans.
Yeah, don't.
But if you do it on like
And
open
don't use
fire.
a goddamn butter knife. Like, have some goddamn tools.
Yeah, that's what I
How do you have a pot that'll fit that, but not like a knife?
Well, I
that
mean,
cuts off?
the skin. I mean, you mostly use just the head, right? So it's like the beak was sticking
Oh,
out
I
of the
see.
pot like this.
Okay. Oh, God, that's not weird.
It was nasty.
Okay. Nasty boss.
What do
It's
we
like
have?
Jackson.
You want to give us a little tour of what we have back here in our?
I have no idea what we got back here. What do we got? Some man stuff?
We got. I use this whenever I'm working with power tools. This is my go-to bloody arm trick.
Bloody
The wife loves it. She loves it when I cut my
Stick
arm
it in
off.
the fridge.
Oh,
Leave it in the fridge tomorrow, right in the front.
is it? Is it? I got bigger hands.
It's the shape. When you open the door and you're not expecting it, it's the morning.
Yeah, and that's actually, this is like one of the, for a dollar store item, this is like one of the best quality hands I've ever seen. Like literally, this is pretty damn good.
It almost needs like a half sweetie bonnet or something like that.
I sent to one of those monster truck rallies things at Cops Coliseum, or what is it? It's not Cops Coliseum anymore. It's
Was it on Sunday?
Ontario First,
Sunday?
First Ontario Center or something?
Yeah.
First of all, if you're gonna go see a monster truck rally, bring ear plugs
ear
and
protection.
those ear things.
Really?
Yeah. Super loud.
It's like a lot of the motorsport.
Yeah,
Is
but
there
when
really
you're concentrated in like a domed area, closed in, and even outside on the concession area, holy cow, is it loud.
Yeah.
And lucky somebody told me about it, so I went to like a drugstore nearby, and I was like, I bought them before we went in.
Oh,
The
roll
up in there,
yeah.
and even through those, it was still loud.
Yeah,
But
it's only so many decibels. It lowers it. Like
Yeah.
30 decibels or something like that.
But here's the clincher kind of,
What's it called?
like you buy them by the pack and they're like 12 in a pack.
Yeah.
So me and my son used a couple, and I was trying to double them up on them, but then I thought if I push them too hard, too deep,
That's a bad idea. They're supposed to be
it
singles.
puncture his eardrums, and then the wife would be upset.
And then your dad of the year.
So me and him were kind of, the motocross end of it was amazing. They did a lot of jumps and ramps and stuff like that. That was actually probably the most exciting part.
Yeah.
Because once the monster trucks come out, like the Cops Coliseum there, or First Ontario Center, whatever, it's the size of the field, the size of a hockey rink, right? Because that's what it's built for.
Yeah.
And a monster truck driving across a hockey rink is like, and then it's gonna break, right?
Yeah,
Because there's
Because it's like 1,000,000 horsepower, and the truck itself is massive.
Yeah,
So
and
it's
like
like, how did they put that in there?
yeah, they're not really doing a whole lot, but just the revving. Yeah. It jumps in.
Yeah, try to talk about. There's a.
Anyways, the kid sitting next to me, his parents were, I'm gonna say bad parents, because like it was deafening loud.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I got these earplugs, does he want to wear them? And you know, and I'm giving him, and the kid's like, yeah, and the parents are like, no, he's fine. And they turned him away, and I was
I
like,
thought you were gonna sell them to him.
no, well, whatever. I wouldn't sell them to him, but I'm like,
No,
take the
parents are like
earplugs.
that.
But the parents were too proud or whatever, like,
Or whatever.
no, once we've committed to this
Yeah,
mistake,
yeah.
we're gonna go through with it all the way.
Yeah,
You know,
even
like,
if none of
your
us hear
child
it.
is losing his hearing as we speak,
Yeah.
and you don't want to take. I got tons of these earplugs. Just
Yeah.
take them.
Yeah.
You
It's
know.
like goddamn Halloween.
I don't
candy.
care about you if you're deaf, whatever. It's like when you see I've seen this. It was a teenage mom, and you know, nothing against teenage moms, but freezing outside, and she's pushing her kid in a stroller. And yeah, she's got a full head of hair, which keeps her head somewhat warm. This kid's bald, no hat, nothing, and I'm assuming this kid's just freezing his head off. You know, you could put a hat on maybe. Oh, but it's not so cold because she's not cold. You know,
She's
like,
not cool. Yeah.
yeah, you can't apply your logic to
I think
others.
that's kind of weird because usually I see kids that you're like, is there a kid there in the stroller? Because there's so much crap on there.
Yeah,
Like they overbundle the kid. You wonder if they're like
but
dying.
some
from
people
heat.
who don't.
That's weird to hear the opposite of that.
But then there's the opposite side of me, which, like, you know how in Russia the kids are thrown out into the, like, they get into their underwears and they go in the snow and they play in the snow and then they
Just like that.
It's like that. Dad does it because he's loaded. He's got vodka.
It's got vodka.
Speaking of vodka, like,
Good.
he's drinking.
Go start the car. Let's go. Start the car.
Go get some vodka.
I don't even know how to do a Russian accent. How do you okay?
Why
So,
a little bit?
okay, so if I ever have to do a Russian accent, you know, you have to get that trigger to get the ball rolling. So my word is please,
Please.
please,
Please. Yes. But here's the crazy thing.
comrade, please.
The crazy thing is, the old Russian accent with the rolling R doesn't apply to modern day Russian, because the Russians over
They're in the USA voting. That's why.
They're
figured out American. They speak American.
What's the word here? What's that word? When you're at elections, they're doing something at elections. They're interfering with the elections.
Who doesn't interfere with elections? My understanding is every country interferes with every country's election.
Does the United States not interfere with everybody?
Everybody. And they'll be the first to admit, like, yeah, we do it.
Because
it's normal.
We want
It's normal.
We
It's
want
normal.
a guy that we like
Yeah.
to be operating that country. Like,
What do you need, guns? What do you need? Do you need guns?
we got guns.
I'm just saying, we got some guns. Do you want them?
You know,